Hello Libra, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. And we are wrapping up the new moon readings. We just had we are in the new moon in Leo. So, biggest takeaway from that would be resetting your need to harness courage, strength, and what was the third one? It was courage, strength, and confidence. And the negative attributes that the new moon is calling us to reconcile on some level would be controlling behavior, any type of domineering behavior, and maybe a little bit aggressive, but also just arrogant, more so than being aggressive. So I drew these couple of cards from the Oracle of Black Enchantment from Deviant Moon. And when these cards are reversed, it's the light aspect of the cards. So they have a light and a shadow. It's kind of about working with the shadow aspects of yourself with this deck. I really like it. So we have number 47 and 48. And what these two cards represent are Glamour and the Flying Queen. So my takeaway from these two cards being drawn together at the same time is that we are basically in a growth mindset, despite having maybe some blockages or barriers to seeing the best version of ourselves. So we're growing, we're learning, we are a work in progress, but we still, this new moon really is asking us to get more confident, get more charismatic as well. Leos are super charismatic. So let's see, we're going to pull a couple of other oracles. We've got the Zammer Twins deck. Ooh, melancholy, but it's reversed, thank goodness, because who wants to be stuck in a period of melancholy? So you're keeping busy versus maybe some recent, I want to say, monotonous, like feelings of monotony, days where, they feel like rainy days or boring, that sort of thing. Maybe you really like rainy days though, so that's okay if that's the case. But your dark moods are lifting on some level. You're taking charge of your life and you're connecting with a sense of joy and realizing that things might not be as bad as they seem. So again, we're back on that growth mindset, and that is very much related to turning negatives into positives for sure. We have coin reverse though, so money might be a bit of an issue for you at this time. This also could be your health that you are trying to take care of on some level. And I'm not saying that it's like you're dealing with terminal illness. You could be though. You could be going through the motions of trying to get proper assessments done and diagnoses. But I feel like this is more about wealth and prosperity. So, your growth mindset might be including that, manifesting money, manifesting coins, gaining a better position, or maybe that's what you need to focus more on is making money, and that, will allow the other things to sort of fall into place a little bit better. So there's lots of possibilities with that. But it could also just be a small healthcare situation that you're dealing with, that like you have a cold from my example right there. That's what I'm dealing with. So you might have a cold or be dealing with allergies, or it could just be something small. But I would say that you have the answers that you need. You understand where you're headed and where you need to go. And if it's about money, then obviously you'll know that that is the case. And I don't know, like you might be feeling a little bit confined on some level. Or you might be wondering how you're going to keep any type of, like, I want to say prized possessions or monies that you already have safely guarded and put away. So let's see what the tarot brings us today, Libra. Ooh, we got the Star reversed. So there's like a inherent lack of hope that you're experiencing, or you're concerned with your balance of give and take, or finding balance in life, connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your understanding of, your universal worldview as well. It's very Aquarian energy. So when you think about all the things affiliated with Aquarius, and the planet Uranus, so innovative ideas, new ways to connect with your spirituality, new ways to connect with sustainable forms of living on any level. So it really is quite a vast area to cover when it comes to your hope or lack thereof. Now, you might not be hopeful about something. I would say that's about to come to an end on some level. You've just been kind of really anxious about a lot of things. Maybe you're feeling like I get the sense that you are wondering if your anxiety is ever going to go away. Or maybe you are just operating under the pretense. I don't know if this is false or not. You're operating under the pretense that, it's something that you're dealing with is something that you're going to have to deal with forever. It's a forever thing. And that may be the case, but if it isn't, if it's something that you can learn to cope with and live with without it determining how you move through the day, that's a growth mindset right there. So you got to the universe is going to give you maybe a chance at developing this mental energy that you're going to need to get into this new growth mindset, to get strong in this growth mindset. And to develop your communication skills, as well as your ability to set boundaries and assert yourself. Because despite this energy, this new mental energy that's coming in, maybe a new perspective on things, expansion and growth and forward movement, subconsciously, like you're stuck inside your own head. Your spirit is stuck on something. There's just something that you don't or can't let go of, I would say. Whoever has wronged you in the past, you're having a hard time letting that go. Or you're grieving. That could be another thing too. But like, grief comes in many forms. This is grief where people have done you wrong. This is grief over actually losing a person, or grief over any kind of trauma, really. You're going to find it a little bit tricky to acknowledge your privilege and be happy with what it is that you have in life. And it's interesting. It's like you have a lot, but you're still in a lot of pain. So it's really difficult for you to feel joy and gratitude. So how can you switch up this stinking thinking and change it to an attitude of gratitude? You got to take an inventory of yourself. I sound like a 12-step program right now. I just realized that. Jeez. Maybe you need to simmer down on some level. But Oh my gosh. You need to, not that there's anything wrong with sounding that way. That's, it's solid, all right? It's coming out for a reason. So the Four of Swords indicates your need to take a step back. It's almost like this wounded warrior who's like literally died is, this, just imagine your spirit hovering over your body or just hovering over your world and taking into account everything that's gone on and how you want to process that, how you could have done better, how you could have, how you did your best. Let's also, acknowledge the positive things that you contribute to a situation, because if you can't do that, that's a problem, right? But yeah, you're still feeling like you're at a loss, like you're just going back and forth for some reason. But your attitude is good. I would say that you're on the right track. You are on the right track here. If you do this work, if you do this inventory, it will set you straight on some level. Other people see that you're not going to, like, people may struggle to see things changing within you. And sometimes it's a very slow process, especially when you're dealing with like an internal paradigm shift on some level, because those things do, like, it takes time to do that. It doesn't just happen in a day. What is it? They say Rome wasn't built in a day. So it really sometimes just takes old aspects of yourself a long time to die off. Just like it takes old ways of thinking that no longer serve us, or just like old people who are terribly stuck in draconian ways of thinking to just die off so that the world can finally move on from that shit. I don't know if you can hear that. There's like the ambiance of Fortnite in the background. So you are interesting. There's a lot of fear of change. Like you have a hard time letting things go. There's like stuff that you're doing, stuff that you're working on, stuff that you're holding on to, things that you also did like in the past, even. Things that you also did in the past. Like, this is in terms of like creative projects, this is also like contracts and jobs, like ways that you've made money, ways that you have kept yourself busy, or ways that you have expressed yourself. And there just are some old things maybe that you need to let go. Or if like you're in sales or something, or even if you're not in sales, like maybe you're just holding on to a lot of your stuff and you need to sell some of it or something. Like, I'll be honest, I'm moving right now, so I'm in the thick of, like, that's on my mind right now, is just letting go of stuff. Just getting rid of it, moving on to different things, different projects, new prospects. So instead of just, as a wounded warrior guarding all that you have contributed, it's just some things you just kind of gotta let go, even give away. Let him have it. The Knight of Swords reversed. So there is an individual. If this is not you, this is somebody in your life. It could be platonic, non-platonic, family, co-worker. They are, I don't know, like they're not trying to hustle you, but they're not kind to you. So there's someone in your life that really might be passive aggressive, like the way that they communicate to you. And the way that they might brush you off, or like wait to see if they have something better to do, if they don't have something better to do before they come around and want to do something with you. If this is a partner, this is like the kind of partner who acts like, so work is really important. Work does come first, but it's not the be all and end all. It's important to feel like you come first too in a situation. So this individual can also be really insecure. They're often insecure. And they gossip. So don't be surprised if they are talking behind your back on some level. And if they are, like, fuck them, first of all, but just whatever they say about you, whether it be true or not, like, it's none of their business. So it's important that you have a good, solid grasp on your boundaries and know that despite the fact that it can be really annoying and hurtful or just really uncomfortable and maddening even, I don't know, like, I get really angry sometimes. But when someone's talking behind your back, like shit talking, or even just talking about your business like it's theirs, just be confident that they have no business and don't let it, like, try not to let it bother you. Even though you feel like, you may feel like it is, I don't know, it's embarrassing sometimes when people talk about your business and when people reveal truths about you that you wanted to keep to yourself. It's taxing on the nerves. Sorry. It's taxing on the nerves. But just understand that, and it's so tricky too, because if you, like, say for example, you live with somebody and they're doing that to you, they're complaining about you, to their buddies or to their family or friends, like, and then you come around and that's what they've been talking about, like, it's awkward, right? It's really toxic, super duper toxic. So I don't know, you just have to ask yourself, do you really want to be in a situation that's like that? We have the world. So you are in the right place at the right time. Like, you're good. Everything that you're going through right now is exactly where you need to be. This is your time to come into yourself. This is the time that you need to take to just really take flight and develop your growth mindset. Come in, step into your growth mindset and understand that there is so much beyond the end of your nose. And you probably are already aware of that, but when you think about, like, the hope and fears and balance of give and take that's affiliated with the star card, like, it's endless opportunities. Like, the universe is so massive. It really is absurd to be so stuck on such small little details and allow them to bother us when there's so much more to life, so many other directions that you can take. It's just a matter of you deciding to be the best version of yourself and taking the initiative to do so. And that may sound easier said than done, but on a daily practice, you can do it. So put your muscles to it. All right. I really hope that you have an amazing next 28 days, and we will catch you next time. Take care and bye for now, Libra.